In this chaotic world, everyone is searching for something. Happiness, success, love. But what if I told you everything you desire is already at your doorstep, waiting for you to unlock it? No luck needed. No mystical universal signs. What you need is to understand how people who achieve their goals think and act. Stoics didn't desire from a place of lack. They desired with purpose, with clarity, with unshakable inner strength. And the best part is, they left us with such powerful keys that if you apply them today, they can transform your life forever. If you've ever felt you want more, that you are destined for something greater, but something within holds you back, this message is for you. In this video, I'm not here to just motivate you for a while. I'm here to awaken you. Because these 9 Stoic secrets aren't just mere ideas. They are sharp, time-forged tools. And today, I will deliver them to you, one by one. Are you ready to stop waiting and start provoking your destiny? We are about to break limiting beliefs, activate your inner power, and teach you to desire like a true Stoic. Before we dive in, I want you to do something simple, yet powerful. Go to the comments section right now and type this exact phrase. It's time to attract what I desire most. I am a Stoic. Writing it is not just a gesture. It's a solemn commitment to yourself. Let's embark on this journey together. Marcus Aurelius didn't wait for miracles. He knew that if you wanted something, you had to provoke it. Have you ever felt like you were waiting for something that never arrived? That job that didn't materialize, that relationship that didn't improve, that opportunity that always seemed around the corner, but never knocked? And there you are, asking the universe, God, life, luck. But the Stoics were clear. Life doesn't respond to pleas. It responds to actions. Marcus Aurelius, emperor and philosopher, didn't sit around waiting for things to happen. He woke up each day with a powerful question in mind. What is in my hands to do today? And that's the key. I'm not telling you that dreaming is wrong. Of course, you can visualize, desire, yearn. But there's a huge difference between desiring from passivity and desiring from action. Asking without moving is like wanting a plant to grow just by looking at it. Without water, without sun, without soil, no miracle is worth anything. And here's the truth we sometimes don't want to hear. Things don't happen magically. They happen when you decide it's time. Imagine you want a change in your professional life. You're frustrated with your job. You dream of starting your own business, having something of your own, something that motivates you. And what do? You think about it. You desire it. You talk about it. You visualize it. But months pass, and you keep waiting for the perfect moment. That magical sign that tells you, now it's your turn. But the perfect moment never arrives. Do you know why? Because it doesn't exist. The perfect moment is built. Change begins when you make that call you've been avoiding for weeks. When you send that email, when you learn that new skill, when you invest your time, not in complaining, but in moving forward. That's where the magic begins. When you stop talking about your dreams and start building them in silence. Life is like the sea. You can stay on the shore, waiting for the tide to carry you where you dream. Or you can build your boat, row hard, and get wet, knowing that there might be storms, but there will also be a destination. If you're waiting for things to change, waiting for something to happen, I tell you with all my heart, you are the miracle. You are the push you're waiting for. You are the beginning of everything you dream of. And if you don't move, nothing will move. Stoicism didn't come to console you. It came to awaken you. And this first secret is clear. Don't ask. Provoke. Don't wait. Act. Because when you change your energy, your mindset, your actions, the universe responds. Not with words, but with results. Honestly, there's a huge difference between desiring calmly and desiring desperately. What's the problem with many people today? They don't know what they want, but they want it now. We rush through life with an endless wish list. We want success, love, freedom, recognition, money, happiness. But we don't stop to ask ourselves, which of these desires truly originates from within me? And which comes from anxiety, comparison, or fear? Epictetus stated it with brutal clarity. To desire is not wrong. What is wrong is to desire without knowing why. Imagine you're in a car, with the accelerator floored, but no GPS, no map, no direction. You're going fast? Yes, but you don't know where you're going. And what's worse, the faster you go, the further you get from yourself. The same thing happens when we live with undirected desires. Every desire turns into anxiety. Think about it. One day, you tell yourself you'll be happy when you earn more money. So you work tirelessly, make sacrifices, get stressed, drift away from yourself. And when you finally achieve it, something inside you still feels empty. Why? Because it was never money you truly desired. It was security. It was peace of mind. It was freedom. But because you weren't clear from the start, you chased the wrong desire. That's what Epictetus wanted us to understand. Desire less, but desire better. Don't fill yourself with goals. Fill yourself with meaning. You don't need to desire many things to be happy. What you need is clarity. Ask yourself today, what do I desire? Because I truly yearn for it? And what do I desire? Because others have made me believe I need it? Sometimes we believe having more is the way. But true power is knowing what to leave out. Don't pursue what doesn't fulfill you. Don't sacrifice your peace for empty goals. You deserve a life with purpose, not just decorative goals. And always remember this: anxiety appears when you pursue things you don't understand. Calm arrives when you walk in the direction of what truly matters. Epictetus doesn't ask you to stop dreaming. He asks you to question, this thing I desire, is it bringing me closer to myself or further away? Once you're clear on that, everything you desire will start to happen. Because you no longer desire from lack, but from clarity. Here's a truth the Stoics understood profoundly. They didn't rely on luck. They relied on their preparation. And that's something, in a world obsessed with instant gratification, that has been forgotten. Nowadays, we want everything easy, fast, effortless. But what arrives fast leaves just as quickly. And what's truly valuable is only built with something many are unwilling to cultivate: discipline. Discipline is the voice that lifts you when your mind wants to stay in bed. It's that muscle you don't see in the mirror, but which supports your entire life. There's immense power in people who make no noise, but act every single day. People who aren't waiting for the perfect moment to arrive, because they've already understood the perfect moment doesn't exist. It is built. While many wait for things to happen, those with discipline make things happen. And do you know what happens when you act with discipline? The universe has no other option but to open up. Because you're not asking for miracles, you're provoking them. Think about this. You set out to wake up at 6 a.m. to work out or read. But the alarm rings, and your mind starts playing dirty tricks. 5 more minutes. I'm tired today. I'll start on Monday. That's where the real battle begins. Not against the alarm clock, but against that inner voice that wants to keep you comfortable, warm, dulled. And if every day you give that voice the victory, no matter how much you dream, how much you visualize, how much you want, you'll never create what you deserve. But if one day you decide that your word is worth more than your excuse, that day your life begins to change. Seneca said, "Luck is what happens when preparation meets opportunity." You don't need luck if you're ready. And being ready isn't an emotion. It's a daily decision. Every day you choose yourself. You're training the universe to choose you too. If today you lack motivation, it doesn't matter. Motivation ebbs and flows. But discipline, that's what carries you far. Don't wait to feel ready to start. Just start, and one day you'll realize you've become unstoppable. Make this promise to yourself that your discipline will be stronger than your excuses, that your actions will speak louder than your desires, that the universe will have no other choice but to respond to you because you've shown it with deeds, that you are serious. Do you want everything you desire to come true? Then, stop waiting for something external to provoke it. Provoke it yourself. Not with words, but with consistency. Not with dreams, but with steps. Dreaming is beautiful. It's imagining a different future. Better, freer, and of course, it's good to dream. The problem is when you get stuck there, in your head, in fantasy, in someday that never arrives. The Stoics were realists. They believed in visualization, yes, but not as an excuse to escape reality, but as a tool to prepare for it. Imagine you have a seed. You look at it, nurture it, talk to it, visualize that enormous tree it will become, but you never plant it. What do you think will happen? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. A seed without action is just an idea. And the same goes for your dreams. Visualization is important because it gives you direction. It shows you where you're going. But if you don't move your feet, if you don't make decisions, if you don't do the uncomfortable work, that dream will turn into frustration. Suppose you want to start a business. You imagine it. You see it in your mind. The clients, the freedom, the impact you'll make. But days pass and you don't start. You fill yourself with ideas, courses, inspiration. But you don't make a single call. Don't design a product. Don't talk to anyone. That's where the Stoics would raise an eyebrow and tell you, stop dreaming aimlessly. Start building with intention. Visualize the business. Yes, but also ask yourself, what can I do today, however small, that brings me closer to that? Because if you don't ground it, that dream turns into smoke. Having your feet on the ground doesn't mean you can't fly. It means you know where you're taking off from. And that makes you stronger. The Stoics weren't cold or visionless people. They were practical people. They believed that the soul is strengthened in action, not in waiting. Epictetus said, It is not what happens to you that determines your destiny, but how you respond to what happens to you. And there's the key. It's not about waiting for things to happen. It's about preparing yourself so thoroughly that when they do happen, you are ready. If you have a goal, a dream, a deep desire, don't leave it hanging in your mind like a pretty poster. Don't wait to have everything clear to take the first step. Dreaming without action is like making a map and not taking a single step. Conversely, when you dream and act, you are telling the universe, I am ready, I am present, I am willing. And then, magically, things start to happen. That's hard to accept, but once you do, it frees you. You cannot always control what happens, but you will always have power over what you do. And that is pure gold. Because right there, right in that space, the Stoic path begins. The Stoics were clear. Do not place your happiness in what you do not control. Place it in your effort, in your attitude, in your commitment. Do you know why we often live so anxiously? Because we do something expecting it to turn out exactly as we want. And if it doesn't, we get frustrated. We get disappointed. We give up. But when you understand that the outcome is not entirely up to you, that many things are out of your hands, you stop living in fear of failure. And that's where true strength emerges. When you give everything you can give, without depending on applause or the result, that's when you are truly free. Imagine you're preparing for a job interview. You study, you practice your answers, you mentally prepare, you arrive on time, you smile, you connect. And after all that, you don't get chosen. What do? Do you crumble? Do you think you're not enough? The Stoics would say, don't measure yourself by the result. Measure yourself by your delivery. Because if you gave your best, if you were brave, if you acted with dignity, then you already won, even if they didn't say yes. Sometimes we cling so much to the outcome that we forget to enjoy the journey. We want the perfect body, the ideal relationship, the successful project, but we don't value the small battles won in the process. Epictetus said, do not seek for things to happen as you wish. Rather, wish them to happen as they do happen, and you will fare well. What does that mean? We must stop fighting with reality. We must flow with it, but without losing focus, without ceasing to strive for what we truly want to build. There are times when you will give everything, and things won't turn out as you expected. And that's okay, because your worth is not measured by the outcome, but by your ability to keep going. to not give up, to maintain your dignity, even without applause. Release the outcome, but not the effort. This is a profound Stoic secret. True peace is not found in controlling everything. It's found in mastering yourself when things are out of your control. It allows you to act freely, unchained by the fear of failure or the need for external validation. So, will you choose to let go or to cling? Will you choose to master yourself or be controlled by expectations? The answer lies in your effort. At some point, all of us experience pain, greater than we ever imagined. A love that didn't work out, a dream that shattered, a betrayal, a loss, a no you desperately hoped would be a yes. And in that instant, when everything hurts, what we most desire is to stop, close our eyes, hide from the world. But it's right there, precisely in that moment of agony, that the Stoics teach us something powerful. The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. Do you know why many get stuck in sadness? Because they believe feeling pain is failure. But feeling is not failing. Feeling is human. You fail when you let that pain paralyze you. The Stoics didn't deny suffering. They embraced it to transform it. They knew that every fall can be used as a stepping stone. And when you use your pain as fuel, you become unstoppable. Imagine this. You had a relationship that filled your soul. You thought it was the one. You envisioned the future, made plans, dreamed big. And then one day, without warning, everything collapses. You are left. It hurts even to breathe. You ask, what did I do wrong? And here comes the Stoic lesson. Don't stop there. Don't define yourself by what you lost. Turn that void into space for growth. Start going to the gym. Learn something new. Focus on yourself. Use that pain as impetus to be the best version of yourself. Not out of pride, but out of self-love. Every disappointment shows you what kind of person you no longer want to be. Every failure teaches you what you can still improve. Every loss reminds you that you have to value more, not less. Pain, when processed correctly, becomes a compass. It shows you what truly matters and pushes you toward what you truly deserve. I know it hurts. I know what it's like to wake up with a knot in your chest, wanting time to rewind. But I also know this. Every pain contains a seed of power. You don't need to have all the answers now. You just need to get up, even slowly, even with tears. But get up. Use that wound as a motor, so that every no you received becomes a yes you give to yourself. A Stoic doesn't sit crying over what didn't happen. He takes that pain, transforms it into strength, and keeps walking, because he understands that the obstacle is not the end. It is the beginning. Here's a thought. We live in a world consumed by noise. Notifications every 5 seconds. Opinions from every direction. Relentless demands. Amidst all that static, how can you possibly hear what your soul truly needs? The Stoics understood. Silence is not absence. It is presence. And when the mind quiets, the soul speaks. But to get there, you have to learn to protect your peace, as if it were a sacred temple. Epictetus made it clear. No free person complains. The wise reserve their judgments for the right moment. That doesn't mean you become cold or distant. It means you learn to observe before reacting, to feel before speaking, and to decide from calm, not from urgency. Imagine you're about to make a crucial decision. Changing jobs, ending a relationship, starting something new. But your mind is filled with anxiety, stress, and everyone around you has a different opinion. Your mind feels like a room with 100 people screaming. Do you really want to decide like this? A Stoic would choose something different. They would seek a silent place, breathe deeply, and ask themselves, what do I want? What is right? However difficult, what brings me peace? Not just momentary pleasure? The noise isn't just external. Sometimes the worst noise is what we carry inside. Guilt, doubt, constant comparison. Seneca said, "No wind is favorable for the one who does not know to which port he is heading." And if your mind is full of other people's voices, you will never hear your own. That's why having moments of pause is vital. 5 minutes a day. No phone, no social media, no duties. Just you, your breath, and your truth. That's where clarity begins. That's where genuine desires are filtered from what were merely ego's whims. Look, I'm not telling you to live like a monk, but amidst the world's chaos, you must learn to create your own inner refuge. Turn your mind into a clean space where not just any thought is allowed in, where there's no shouting, where there is listening. Because when calm enters, everything you truly desire begins to draw closer. And that's not magic. That's clarity. If you want to manifest from the heart, you first have to quiet the external noise and order the internal one. Consider this. In life, we often wait for the perfect moment to act. We believe that true change, 0.5, only arrives when we achieve a certain goal or status. But did you know that the secret to achieving what you desire lies in how you act right now? The Stoics understood this perfectly. They knew that present actions are what build the future. As Epictetus said, don't worry about the things you cannot control, but occupy yourself with those you can. And what you can control right now is how you behave, how you think, and the decisions you make without waiting for the future to tell you it's the right time. Imagine this. You want to be a successful person, but you find yourself waiting. Perhaps you think you need more money, more experience, or more time. But the real question is, how do you act today? What would the person you want to be do? How would they behave? 0.5. How would they think? What decisions would they make? Don't wait to have everything to act like that person. If you wait to be successful to act confidently, you'll probably never be successful. If you wait to be disciplined to start being productive, the train of progress will escape you. As Seneca says, no wind is favorable for the one who does not know to which port he is heading. Success is not a place we arrive at. It is a path we walk. And every step on that path depends on how we choose to act today. The Stoics didn't wait for perfect circumstances to arrive in their lives. They knew that real change begins within, in the way they face life day by day. They didn't let the chaos of life carry them away, but they created their own order. Right now, in the present, without waiting for a distant future. Do you want to be a more disciplined person? Then act today. Wake up early. Establish a routine. Set your goals. Do you want to be kinder? Then start now. Help someone. Be compassionate. Listen attentively. Your future is not built only with dreams. It is built with the actions of the present. And as the Stoic philosopher Epictetus said, man is not disturbed by things, but by the way he perceives them. It's easy to fall into the trap of thinking that things will only happen when we reach a certain point. But the secret is that everything we need is already within us. It's simply a matter of starting. Every action, however small, is a seed that will bear fruit in the future. If today you act with determination, with purpose, with confidence, you will cultivate the path towards what you truly desire to be. Ask yourself, have you ever paused to consider how our desires influence our lives? How many times have you told yourself, when this happens, I'll be happy? Or, when I achieve this, then I'll be successful. We find ourselves constantly waiting, hoping that some external event or achievement will give us what we already possess within: satisfaction, peace, success. But the reality is, the key is not to wait for the world to change, for us to change. The key is to become the magnet for what we desire. Stoic philosophers like Seneca and Epictetus understood that true transformation begins within us. There's no need to wait any longer. What you desire is already available, but you need to become the person who is aligned with it. As Marcus Aurelius expressed, what is not good for the beehive is not good for the bee. What does this mean in practical terms? It means that if you want to attract peace, success, love, or any other deep desire, you must first become the person who reflects those qualities. Don't wait to be that person. Don't wait to have more money, to start acting like a successful individual. Don't wait for a perfect relationship, to start giving unconditional love. What you desire must start with you. Imagine you're looking for something very specific. Perhaps financial stability, a healthy relationship, or even emotional balance. You feel in constant waiting, thinking that once you achieve that, everything in your life will align. But what if I told you the magnet of your desires is not something you can buy or something you have to wait for? The magnet of your desires is within you, in how you see yourself, in how you behave, in how you relate to the world. It's as if your life is a mirror. What you reflect is what you attract. If you behave like someone who already has what they desire, opportunities and people aligned with that vision will start entering your life. It's not magic. It's a universal principle of resonance. As Epictetus said, what is in our power is only our attitude, what you choose to be. The great secret is this: you don't have to wait any longer. If you desire something, it's already within you. All you have to do is align with it. Act from the place where you already are, what you desire to be. Let your attitude, your actions, and your way of seeing the world become the magnet that attracts everything you dream of. Because what you desire is not external. It's within you, waiting for you to decide to manifest it. So don't keep waiting. Start right now to be the person you dream of being. Do it with action. Do it with faith. And you will see how the world begins to align with your desires. We've just unveiled 9 Stoic secrets. Truths that will help you not only desire wisely, but actively provoke your destiny. You've understood that life doesn't respond to please, but to action. You've learned to desire with direction, transforming discipline into ultimate strength, and using visualization as a practical tool to turn dreams into reality. We've explored the liberation of releasing outcomes, the power of turning pain into impetus, the importance of surrounding yourself with calm, and the truth that acting as your best self attracts what you most desire. Most importantly, you've realized that the magnet of all desires is not external. It's within you. It's there, waiting for your alignment, waiting for you to decide to become it. Alaric wants you to remember, your life is not built by waiting. It's built by acting. It's built by deciding. It's built by becoming. If you've made it this far, I know you're not just seeking knowledge. You're striving to become the strongest, clearest version of yourself. So, if this video has touched something deep within you, if it has awakened a desire to act, then don't just click away. Subscribe to Stoic Way with Alaric now, where every lesson is a step forward on the path of self-mastery and destiny creation. Share it with a friend who needs an awakening. And most importantly, go to the comments section and write, "I am the architect of my destiny." Let that declaration be the starting point for your transformation journey. Every step, every action, every conscious choice brings you closer to the life you truly desire. Thank you for watching, and Alaric will see you in the next video.